Good evening, baseball fans. You are here with Ken on Yankees The Ugly Truth. I will be calling the play-by-play for tonight's elimination match between the Dodgers and the Phillies. We're in Los Angeles tonight, and I'm going to go over the lineups. Thank you for everyone hopping onto the stream. I know that the Yankees season is over with. However, baseball is still alive and well, and I'll continue to call play-by-plays until the series is over with. Then we'll shift our focus over to other endeavors. For those of you that are here, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. Tonight, the Phillies lineup is going to start with Justin Turner at shortstop, hitting .333 this postseason. Kyle Schwarber will be in the 2-hole. Excuse me for a sec. Hitting DH out of the 2-hole is Kyle Schwarber. He's hitting .182 on the season. Bryce Harper, playing first base, will be hitting out of the 3-hole. This postseason, he's hitting .273. Alec Bohm will be playing third base, hitting cleanup, hitting .333. Brandon Marsh will be in center field, hitting out of the 5-hole, hitting .111. JT Realmuto will be hitting out of the 6-hole behind the dish, hitting .385. Max Kepler will be in left field, hitting .222. Nicholas Castellano will be in right field, hitting .091. And Bryson Stott will be at second base, hitting .222, bringing up the rear. On the bump for the I'll get to that in a sec. For the Dodgers, their lineup is DHing and leading off Shohei Ohtani, 174 on the postseason. Mookie Betts will be at shortstop, hitting in the 2-hole, hitting .409. Teoscar Hernandez will be hitting in the 3-hole, hitting .333. Freddie Freeman will be cleaning up, playing first base, hitting .222. Jimmy Edman will be at second base, hitting out of the 5-hole, hitting .267. Will Smith will be behind the dish, hitting in the 6-hole, .250. Rookie Call will be playing left field, hitting in the 7-hole, hitting 1,000. PK Hernandez will be at third base, hitting out of the 8-hole, hitting .333. And Pages will be in center field, hitting .053. On the bump for the Dodgers is going to be Tyler Glasnow. Hi, Jake. We're just a couple of minutes before game time. Why do you think that the Yankees keep falling short almost every season after getting into the postseason? Well, I believe some of it is roster construction, the philosophy on the team. Back in the dynasty years, the Yankees were a line drive hitting team with a few people that popped home runs. But almost the entire component itself was capable of hitting home runs. A lot of 20 home run batters, a lot of speed, and the fundamental on the team, on the dynasty year teams, were pitching and the bullpen. Our team this year initially had bad starting pitching. I mean, they were freaking horrible. 60% of our initial rotation was on the shelf. By the time we got to the midway point on the season, some of those guys had come back, but still hadn't worked into form. And if you truly look, we had a young kid by the name of Will Warren, who should have actually been in the minor leagues all season. We had another kid by the name of Cam Schlittler, who basically had 13 games of major league experience. I think towards the latter part of the season, rode on and Freed pitched down a little bit, and it put more stress on the bullpen. Frankly, I think the bullpen was tired by the time we got there, and they were like a pogo stick up and down. This offseason, I certainly think some changes need to be made. Definitely to the bullpen, and possibly one arm on the in the rotation side. Coming up to bat is Trey Turner. Glasnow is getting to the mound. Hey, Jacob, welcome to the stream. And Glasnow sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that paints the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Glasnow sets, fires, and the pitch is down in the dirt. Count is even at 1-1. Glasnow is a talented starting pitcher that used to pitch for the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Yankees saw him a lot. Glasnow sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and fouled off. Count is 1-2. Who are we pulling for in today's game?
Anybody but the Dodgers. Everybody but the Dodgers.
Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. That is strike three to Trey Turner, retired. Coming up to bat is Kyle Schwarber. First pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Glasnow sets, and the pitch is down low. Count is even at 1-1. Glasnow sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is now 1-2. Well, I have a huge freaking argument with the analytics team itself. I believe that they've employed a lot of very talented people that have Ivy League educations. What I believe they also have is a bunch of people who frankly don't know the game. They know numbers and cannot properly evaluate what we have as a team. And the Yankees tend to rely on the analytics team way too much, in my opinion. And the pitch is down in the dirt, bounces away. Count is now evened at deuce. And Glasnow sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered down the right field line. Looks like it's going to get past or get to the wall. Schwarber is going to cruise into second with a double. So there is one out with a runner at second. Coming up to bat is Bryce Harper. And Glasnow sets. He checks on the runner. Fires the first pitch, and it is softly grounded to Fernandez, who flips it to Glasnow for the second out. Schwarber's going to advance to third, so the Phillies have a runner at third with 2 outs. Alec Bohm coming up to bat. And the first pitch from Glasnow is down low. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and it is in the dirt. Count is 2-0. Glasnow sets, fires, and the pitch is up out of the strike zone. Count is 3-0. Jesus Christ, this guy is back again. And that is ball 4 as Bohm heads to first base. Phillies are going to have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Marsh. And the first pitch is on the way, and he paints the bottom of the strike zone with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is a four-seamer that paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 1-2. And the fans are waving their terrible towels. And the pitch is a 99-mile-an-hour fastball swung on and missed for strike 3. The Phillies are going to leave 2 runners stranded. Coming up to bat for the Dodgers is going to be Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Teoscar Hernandez. And I want to thank all of y'all for hopping into the stream. Was a missed opportunity. Sounds like something similar that we said all season or all postseason for many teams, including our New York Yankees. Doctor, you have me a soda in the fridge.
It's trying to auto-log me in, and it's telling me that it's the incorrect password. And then when I try and fix it, it says, oh.
Well, as they say, there's always next year. Sure, there are going to be some changes. I was reading an article in ESPN that indicated that surgery for Judge in the postseason on his elbow is not out of the question. I think that will dictate a lot of what the Yankees are going to do in the offseason this year. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their busy Thursday evening to hop in and listen to a little bit of baseball. Appreciate y'all being here. And let's see. Celia says that disappointed yesterday. I thought this was almost talented roster that the Yankees have had in a while. Guess I just didn't expect them to get eliminated so quickly. Well, I'm right with you. It seemed for some unknown reason that the Yankees actually forgot how to pitch against the Blue Jays. We didn't get more than 3 innings out of any of the first 3 starters we had, which is a damn shame. And there was a lot of pressure on Judge, and the pitch is a pop-up by Shohei Ohtani. And he makes the Alec Bohm makes the play in foul territory, and that is the first out. And Sanchez sets and fires, and the sinker is called strike 1. Count is still, that doesn't mean he'll be out for the season. It just depends on what type of surgery it is. If it's a full UCL for a position player, that's possibly a 4 to 6 month injury. Just not sure what they're talking about. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled down the third base line or first base line. And the count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Betts is not able to check his swing, and that is strike 3 and the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Teoscar Hernandez. And the first pitch to Hernandez is on the way, and it is foul straight back. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is lined straight at Bryson Stott. He makes the play for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the first. Coming up in the top of the second is going to be JT Realmuto, Max Kepler, and Nick Castellano. I don't think that the Yankees are going to take it easy in the offseason because there are certainly things that need to be addressed with regard to Grisham moving into free agency, possibility of Cody Bellinger opting out, Luke Weaver and Devin Williams definitely heading to free agency because I just don't see the Yankees bringing them back. And the Yankees hold an option on Jonathan Loaisiga, and I can't see them bringing him back either. So there are a couple of definite bullpen arms that I think that we could look to pick up, and there are a lot of relievers on the open market this year. The possibilities of that. It has been put out there that the Cardinals are looking at possibly putting Brendan Donovan out there on the free agent market, or on the trade market. I mean, excuse me. And he is somebody that the Yankees have coveted for years. If we were able to actually acquire his services, he would be a very significant line drive hitter who is multi-positional, faceted, and happens to be a primary shortstop / second baseman, but he has played the outfield also. So he could be a interim Anthony Volpe replacement. He is also a leadoff hitter, which solves a huge problem for the Yankees. And frankly, with Jose Caballero, Oswaldo Cabrera, and Jazz Chisholm, the Yankees may choose to part or make part of a trade package with one or a couple of those. For those of you hopping in the stream, we're heading to the top of the second. The score is 0-0. JT Realmuto is coming up to bat. And the first pitch is on the way, and Glasnow paints the bottom of the strike zone with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball for call, strike 1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is hammered to right field, but right at Teoscar Hernandez for the first out of the top of the second. Coming up to bat is Max Kepler. Well, Volpe is an interesting question. If the Yankees stick with him, he's going to be a cheap contract. He's under his first year of arbitration, and I've looked at some of the predicted salary arbs for him, and you're looking at $1 million, which is pretty lightweight. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is called strike two. Count is 0-2 on Kepler. And Glasnow sets, fires, and the pitch is inside. Count is 1-2. And Glasnow sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is even at 2-2. Glasnow sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. So that is the third K for Glasnow, and they are heading to Nicholas Castellano. And the first pitch is swung on by Castellano and missed. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is inside. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is grounded to Edmund. Edmund flips it to Freeman to record the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Phillies at the top of the second. Coming up in the bottom of the second is going to be Freddie Freeman, Tommy Edmund, and Will Smith. For those of you that are in the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Although this is primarily a Yankees channel, we will be calling the rest of the postseason. So we will look and see who is going to end up in the dance when it's all said and done. Chat's awfully quiet tonight. Am I shocked about how the Blue Jays performed against the Yankees? Shocked? No. When the Yankees starting pitching didn't hold up, I figured that the team was in trouble. And when we started having to go deep into our bullpen, had our bats actually showed up, it would have been more competitive. They didn't show up until 5 innings deep into the second game of the postseason, or second game of the series, and it definitely hurt the Yankees. The approach seemed to be swing for the long ball, and my personal opinion, that never works. And the first pitch to Freeman is in there for call, strike one. And Sanchez sets. And the pitch is just a bit inside. Count is 1-1. And Sanchez sets. Pitch is on the way. Wow. And he definitely paid at the top of the strike zone, but it's called ball two. Count is 2-1. Sanchez sets and he fires, and Freeman swings on the pitch. Count is even at deuce. Sanchez is definitely keeping it tight to the left-handers the way that I would recommend approaching the pitching. And the pitch is lined into center field. And Marsh is going to pick it up and shoot it into the infield. So Freeman gets the first hit for the Dodgers. Coming up to bat is Tommy Edman. And the pitch is hammered to left field. And Kepler is laying out for it and makes an outstanding catch in left center field. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. Definitely was a extra base hit looming. Coming up to bat is Will Smith. It's not the first time it's happened, Celia. Boston has done it a couple of times. Last to first. Honestly, I don't think that the Blue Jays will make it to the World Series. I don't think their pitching will hold up, especially if they go up against the Mariners. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. And Sanchez sets and he fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-1. Sanchez sets and fires, and wow, looked like he caught the inside corner there, but that is called ball three. Count is now 3-1. And Smith hits the ball to third base. He fires to second, and it is relayed to first at Harper. So that is going to be a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning for the inning for the Dodgers. Coming up in the top of the third is going to be Bryson Stott, Trey Turner, and Kyle Schwarber. 9-1-2. Yeah, like I said, their bullpen was chewed up in 3 games with the Yankees, and the last 3 games with the Yankees. And honestly, they were pitching an opener yesterday. They're not going to be able to get away with that with the Mariners, especially with the heavy hitting lineup that they have. For those of you who have just hopped into the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Your support is most appreciated. So this is an elimination game for the Phillies. If they are not able to pull this one out, then the Dodgers will advance to the LCS. Hey, Sean. I don't think I'm on mute because my things are indicating that everything is good to go. And the first pitch to Stott is in there for call. Strike one. Nice 96-mile-an-hour fastball that paints the upper portion of the strike zone. And Glasnow sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And Glasnow sets. Pitch is grounded to Edman. Edman is going to flip it to first with Freeman making the completion. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Trey Turner. Glasnow sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is chopped to the third baseman. Hernandez fields it cleanly and fires to Freeman at first to record the second out of the inning. 1 pitch and 1 out. Coming up to bat is Kyle Schwarber. He is 1 for 1 on the day with a double in his first plate appearance. Glasnow sets and fires, and Schwarber fouls this one down the first base line. Count is 0-1. And Glasnow sets, fires, and this pitch is hammered foul. Count is going to be 0-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Schwarber swings and misses, and that is going to be strike 3 for him, and that is going to do it for the Phillies in the top of the third. Coming up in the bottom of the third is going to be Call, Hernandez, and Pages. Tonight at 9:30 on NY Yankee Mania, Joe and Chef Nick are going to be talking Yankee baseball entertainment. You get a chance, hop on over there and listen to what they got to say. Could be interesting. All right, Sean, not a problem. Well, situational hitting is something that, Sean, that I've talked about for several years now, and been aggravated with it. I am not a huge fan of the home run that seems to be exciting to most fans. I'm more of a pitcher's duel type of guy. Hey, Joe, welcome to the stream. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And as I said earlier, hop on over to NY Yankee Mania at 9:30 for a Yankee talk with Joe and Chef Nick. And the first pitch to Alex Call is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And Sánchez sets, fires, and the sinker catches the inside corner. Call, strike 2. Count is 0-2. And the pitch is on the way. And this one plunks Call right in the freaking leg. He goes down. Might be his foot. And it looks like they're going to have the trainer come out and look at Call. He's on the ground still. Yeah, that one hit him right on the top of his foot. And Call is trying to run this one off. Now call is at first base. And Sanchez sets. Pitch is on the way, and Hernandez swings and misses. Count is 0-1. Well, Celia, I am certainly not an Austin Wells fan, never have been. And the ball is hit up the middle. Turner is going to step on second and fire to first. Looks like Harper might have come off the bag, so the lead out is out at second. Actually, that was Stott that made the dive. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is called strike one on the inside corner to Paez. Count is 0-1. And Sanchez sets and fires, and the slider is in the dirt. Count is evened at 1-1. Sanchez sets and fires, and the fastball is spotted on the inside part. Called strike two. Count is 1-2. And Sanchez sets, fires, and the pitch is foul down the third base line. Count is going to remain 1-2. And Sanchez checks on the runner at first. He sets and he fires at Paez, swings and misses for strike three. That is the second strikeout of the afternoon for Sanchez. Coming up to bat is Shohei Ohtani. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a pop out. And the first pitch is in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is, misplayed by Bohm, and it is going to go into left field. Hernandez is going to round second and head to third. So the Dodgers are going to have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Mookie Betts. That one definitely looked like it should have been a double play ball, but what the heck. That is going to be charged as an E5 to Bohm. And Sanchez sets. Checks on the runner at first. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Harper. Harper lays out and gets the ball. Steps on the bag to retire Betts, and that is going to be the third out of the inning. So the Dodgers are going to leave 2 runners on as we head to the top of the 4th. Coming up to bat is going to be Bryce Harper, Alec Boehm, and Brandon Marsh. Hey, Real Bill, welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you being here. You at home or are you at the hospital? And for those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. So do I have a fan hood over at your hospital, Bill? Well, Bill, I hope neither one causes interference with your pump. And Bryce Harper steps up to the plate. Glasnow sets and fires, and the first pitch is a 4-seamer down low. Count is 1-0. And Glasnow sets and fires, and he paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. Harper is 0 for 1 on the day. And the next pitch is on the way, and Harper fouls this one down the first base line. Count is 1-2. Nice little lollipop curveball. Harper's back in the box. Glasnow sets. Pitch is on the way, and Harper fouls this one straight back. Count is going to remain 1-2. And the pitch is down, and it is ball 2. Count is deuce. What color is your goose, Bryce?
here.
And the ball is hit sharply to the left. Pages, Lofeld, and Pages is going to run the ball down for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Alec Bohm. And the first pitch from Glasnow is a 97-mile-an-hour fastball that paints the inside portion of the plate. Count is 0-1. Zero 6-1-8-2. And Glasnow sets. Pitch is down low and in the dirt. Count is 2-2. What color is your booth? Goose. Alec? Glasnow sets and fires, and the four-seamer is off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is down low for ball 4. The Bohm is going to strip his gear off, and he is going to walk for the second time today. Coming up to bat is Brendan Marsh. And the first pitch to Marsh is on the way, and it is up and out of the strike zone for call. Ball 1. And Glasnow sets, fires, and the pitch is down in the dirt. But the third base umpire says that Marsh did not check his swing. Count is 1-1. I don't think he went. And the pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Edmund, who flips it to Betts at second for the second out. And the first pitch to Muto is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Glasnow sets, and the ball is grounded to third base. And the ball is fired by Hernandez all the way to Freeman, and that is going to record the third out of the inning. And that's going to do it for the Phillies in the top of the fourth. Heading to the bottom of the fourth is going to be Teoscar Hernandez, Freddie Freeman, and Tommy Edman.
Because one of the fucking standard no happen.
For those of you that are here, I want to extend my appreciation for you taking time out of your busy Thursday evening to watch a little bit of baseball here on NY Yankee Mania. If you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We are at 417 subscribers. Our next milestone is 425. So anything that you can do to help us out would be most appreciated. La 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 la. And the first pitch to Hernandez is fouled off. Count is 0-1. All right, Bill says, I sent Joe an email explaining how teams can pick up pitches. Pick up pitches? I don't understand, Bill. You talking about pitchers? And the pitch is swung on and missed by Hernandez. And the pitch is on the way. It is off the plate. Count is 1-2. Yeah, stealing signs, not too hard to do, actually, if you know what you're doing. And the pitch from Sánchez is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that is going to do it for Teoscar Hernandez. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. And the first pitch to Freeman is in there for call. Strike 1. Freeman is 1 for 1 on the day with a single in his first at bat. And Sánchez sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and fouled off. Count is 0-2. And Sánchez sets and fires, and this one is chopped to Turner at shortstop. He flips to Harper at first to record the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Tommy Edman. Edman is 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out in his first plate appearance. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is a changeup in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-2. And Edmund takes time out. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and fouled off. Count is going to remain 0-2. And the pitch is on the way, and this is chopped to Stott, who flips it over to Harper for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the fourth. 1, 2, 3. Coming up to bat in the top of the fifth is Max Kepler, Nick Castellano, and Bryson Stott. 7, 8, 9. And for those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We're at 417 subscribers, looking to get 8 more to hit our milestone of 425 subscribers. Anything you can do to help that out would be most appreciated. Here on The Ugly Truth, we will continue to call postseason games till last out of the World Series. La 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 la. Yeah, but you know what, Bill? With the field situation that they have going from light to dark, from sunlight to shadow, it's very difficult to pick up placement on the rubber itself. And for me, when I threw, I did not shift from one side or another. I threw straight off the center of the rubber. Now my arm slot for my curveball, for my fastball, I was pretty much an over the top thrower. My curveball was in the 3/4 arm slot. And my changeup was in the same slot as my fastball. Yep, old school is a fact. And Bill, there is a huge difference between knowing what's coming and being able to hit what's coming. And Glasnow sets and fires, and the first pitch is inside to Kepler. That was a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Glasnow sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Kepler is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in his first appearance. And Glasnow sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a curveball off the plate. Count is 2-1. Glasnow sets and fires a nice 95-mile-an-hour fastball right down the heart of Broadway. Call strike 2. Count is 2-2. What color's your goose, Max? Glasnow sets and fires, and the curveball is down low. And Glasnow sets and fires, and the pitch is way up high. That is going to be ball four. So Kepler is heading to first base with the leadoff walk. And the first pitch is on the way, and Castellanos swings through the pitch and misses for strike one. Castellanos is 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out in his first plate appearance. And Glasnow sets and fires, and the slider is down in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Yeah, but I think that Glasnow is probably running out of juice. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed by Castellanos. Count is 1-2. Glasnow has been pitching out of the bullpen. Glasnow sets and fires, and the pitch is foul to the right side. Count is going to remain 1-2. Bill, I like Sanchez throw the way he keeps the ball in tight on left-handers, especially above the belt. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Castellanos swings and misses for strike three. And that is going to be the fifth strikeout on the afternoon for Glasnow. So Glasnow is going to be facing Bryson Stott. 0 for 1 on the afternoon. First pitch is on the way, and Stott swings at a pitch out of the strike zone. Count is 0-1. And Glasnow sets. Pitch is on the way, and it bounces in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Glasnow sets. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is fouled straight back. Count is 1-2. And Glasnow sets. Pitch is on the way, and Kepler is going to steal second base. The ball was swung on and missed. So that is going to be a strikeout of Stott. Don't know why the Dodgers are calling for a review on this because Kepler was definitely safe. Coming up to bat is Trey Turner. He is 0 for 1 or 0 for 2 on the day. And the pitch to Turner is chopped up the middle, and that is going to be fielded by Edman and shoots it to Freeman to record the third out of the inning, and that is going to do it for the Phillies in the top of the fifth. Coming up to bat is going to be Will Smith, Alex Call, and Kike Hernandez. So, for those of you who have hopped in our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. La 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 la. Bill, would you pitch? Did you ever put your glove over your mouth? And the first pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is a slider in there for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a changeup off the plate. Count is 1-2. Sánchez is at 45 pitches in the fifth inning, which is ridiculous. He has 3 strikeouts on the night. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2. Bill's your kid work for the Dodgers? And Sanchez sets and fires, and the fastball is inside. Count is evened at 2-2. Sanchez sets and fires, and the ball is chopped down the third base line. Count is going to remain 1-2 as we head to the seventh pitch of the at bat. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered foul down the third base line once again. Count is going to remain 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain 2-2 as we head to the ninth pitch of the at bat. Okay, the Bengals. And the ninth pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed by Smith for strike 3. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. And coming up to bat is Alec Call. He was 0 for 1. Sanchez sets, and the pitch is on the way. Call, strike 1. As I was saying, Call is 0 for 0 on the day and was hit by a pitch in his first at bat, right on the top of his toe. And Sanchez sets, fires, and the pitch. Wow. Looks like it painted the top of the strike zone, but it is called ball 1. Count is 1-1. And Sanchez sets and fires, and the pitch is looped into right field. Castellano is going to get it back in, and that is a single. Coming up to bat is Kiki Hernandez. Hey, Jonathan, welcome to the stream. Sanchez sets and fires, and the pitch is bounced foul at third base. Count is 0-1. And Sanchez sets, checks on the runner at first, and fires, and the first pitch is way inside. Count is 1-1. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Sanchez sets and fires, and the sinker is just down low. Count is 2-1. And Sanchez sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 2-2. And Sanchez sets. Pitch is on the way, and the ball is down low. Count is 3-2. Count is full. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Turner makes a diving stop, but is not going to be able to. Actually, Turner laid out and he caught that one. So that is the second out of the inning. So coming up to bat is Andy Pajes, the 9-hole hitter. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Sanchez sets and fires, and the pitch is a changeup swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Sanchez sets and fires, and this one is grounded to Bohm, and he flips it over to Stott at second for the third out of the inning, and that is going to do it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the fifth, heading to the top of the sixth. Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, and Alec Bohm coming up to bat. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Yeah, Bill, go figure. Pitch efficiency. In the last inning, that was the first count that Sanchez went 3-2 on. And a programming note at 9:30, Chef Nick and Joe will be on NY Yankee Mania going over a Yankee season review. Should be good content. And for myself, I will be doing a play-by-play tomorrow of the Game 5 elimination for the Tigers versus the Mariners. Should be an interesting game to see the other team that goes to the LCS. Cat's awfully quiet. Nothing to say tonight. It is a pitcher's duel. The Phillies have no runs on 1 hit and an error. The Dodgers have no runs on 2 hits and no errors. Glasnow is coming up in the top of the 6th, and he has 70 pitches under his belt. And the first pitch is in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Glasnow sets and fires, and the next pitch is in there for call, strike two. Count is 0-2. And Glasnow sets. Pitch is on the way, and Schwarber swings at a curveball in the dirt for strike three, and that is the first out of the inning. That is Glasnow's seventh strikeout of the night. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And the first pitch to Harper is a curveball in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Glasnow sets and fires, and the pitch is a fastball down low. Count is evened at 1-1. And Glasnow sets and fires, and this one is hit down the first base line. Freeman is going to field it cleanly and take it himself for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Alec Bohm. And Glasnow sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is up and out of the strike zone, but it is called a strike. Count is 0-1. Bohm has no official at bats. He's walked twice, and the pitch is on the way, and that one is called ball one, and it looks like he caught the outside of the strike zone on that one. So the count is 1-1. Glasnow sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is lined into center field for a base hit. Pajes is going to get the ball in quickly to hold Bohm to a single. Coming up to bat is Brandon Marsh. Marsh is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. And the first pitch from Glasnow bounces in the dirt. Good job of Smith by scooping it. Count is 1-0. And the pitcher throws over to first base. Bohm is back in there head first, safe. Count is going to be 1-0 as he resets and tries to do it again. And the curveball is swung on and missed. That one was in the dirt. Count is 1-1. And it looks like Sheehan is warming up in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Glasnow sets. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And Glasnow sets and fires a Patesy inside quarter with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball for call, strike three. And that is going to do it for the Phillies in the top of the sixth. Coming up in the bottom of the sixth is going to be Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Teoscar Hernandez. 1, 2, 3. What do we see? They are a combined 0 for 6 on the afternoon with a pair of strikeouts. So, can Sanchez continue to hold this Dodgers juggernaut down? For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And Sanchez sets. Ohtani is in the box. And the pitch is on the way, and he paints the inside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is going to paint the inside corner once again. Actually, it's hit foul. Count is 0-2. And Sanchez sets and fires, and the changeup is swung on and missed by Ohtani for strike three. It's funny how everyone talks about Judge not being clutch. However, in this series, Ohtani is 1 for 17. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a sinker for call. Strike one on Betts. Betts is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a ground out. And the pitch is lined into left field. That is a base hit. Kepler gets the ball in quickly. So there is one out with a man on first. Coming up to bat is Teoscar Hernandez. And Sanchez sets, and the first ball is chopped foul. Count is 0-1. Hey, John, welcome to the stream. And Sanchez sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. Sanchez sets, it fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Betts was taking off to try to steal second. And Sanchez checks out the runner. And he sets and fires, and the pitch is lined into right field. Betts is just going to advance to second. So the Dodgers now have runners at first and second with one out. Coming up to bat is Freddie Freeman. And it looks like the team is gathered on the mound. Freeman is 1 for 2 on the day with a single. And Sanchez sets. Pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Looks like they've got some people up in the bullpen for the Phillies. Sanchez checks on Betts at second, sets and fires, and the pitch is grounded up the middle, and it is flipped from stop to Turner to record the second out. Betts is going to advance to third base, could not convert it for a double play. Tommy Edman is coming up to bat. And it looks like it's Kerkering loosening up in the pen. And the first pitch from Sanchez is a changeup inside for ball one. Count is 1-0. Edman is 0 for 2 on the day with a fly out and a ground out. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is chop foul down the third base line. Count is evened at 1-1. And Sanchez sets and fires, and the pitch is a towering fly ball. And Harper is going to lead over the rail, but not make the catch. And that is a 1-2 count on Edman. Realmuto is set up on the inside portion of the plate. And the pitch is on the way, and he shifts to the outside, and that is chop foul down the third base line. Count is going to remain 1-2. Sanchez sets and fires, and the pitch is a changeup down low. Count is deuce. Sanchez is at 78 pitches, so his pitch count looks good. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is chop foul. Edman hangs on for life. Count remains 2-2 as we head to the seventh pitch of the at bat. And Sanchez sets, and he fires, and the ball is chopped to Sanchez. He feels it and fires to first to record the third out of the inning, and that is going to do it for the Dodgers. And we're heading to the top of the seventh, and the score remains 0-0. Coming up to bat for the Phillies is going to be JT Realmuto, Max Kepler, and Nicholas Castellano. Well, Bill, you and I love freaking pitching duels. However, most fans love to see high scoring games with home runs. So we are definitely in the minority of the world. Coming up to replace Tyler Glasnow is Emmett Sheehan. Getting underway in about 15 minutes. You got two more neon signs today, Bill? What'd they say? For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. We have 7 likes. So hopefully we can get a few more. And Sheehan sets, and the first pitch is a slider that catches the outside portion of the plate to Realmuto. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is a changeup. Actually, I think that one's a slider in there for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. And the next pitch is lined into the Dodger dugout. Count is going to remain 0-2. So you don't have a Yankees neon sign, Real Bill? And the pitch is on the way, and this is a single into center field. So that is a leadoff hit for Realmuto. And that is the Phillies' 3rd hit of the day. And coming up to bat is Max Kepler. First pitch is on the way, and he fouls this one straight back. Count is 0-1. Nice 96-mile-an-hour fastball. And Sheehan sets, and the pitch is a changeup down in the dirt. Count is 1-1. All right, so you are neon intense. And Sheehan sets, and the 96-mile-an-hour fastball paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 1-2. Welcome back, Sean. Most appreciated. Bill, why the hell would you get a Mets sign? And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2. Kepler is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout, base on balls, and a stolen base. Sheehan sets and fires, and the fastball is way out of the strike zone. Count is evened at 2-2. What color is your goose, Max? And Kepler takes time out. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is grounded to Freeman. He is going to shoot it to first, and the ball is relayed to Sheehan, but it's going to skip by him. And it looks like it went into the dugout. So Kepler is going to end up going to second base. That should be an error on the pitcher. So now the Phillies have a runner in scoring position with 1 out, and Nick Castellano is coming up to bat. And the first pitch to Castellanos is a slider up and in. Count is 1-0. Don't put a fastball middle in on this guy because he could plant it on the moon. And the next pitch is a fastball that jams him. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and Castellanos swings and misses at the slider. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is lined down the third base line, and that is fair. And Rio Muto is rounding third. And Castellanos is going to slide into second. So the Phillies are going to grab a 1-0 lead on the Dodgers in the top of the seventh. Nice hit by Castellanos. Yeah, I figured that one, Bill. And the pitch is a curveball up. Count is 1-0 on Stott. Stott is 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a strikeout. So can the Phillies strike for a little bit more runnage to increase their lead? And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike one. Count is 1-1. Yeah, it looked like he tried to bust it in on Castellano, and he just didn't make it. Castellanos beat him to the mark. And Sheehan sets and fires, and the pitch is inside. Count is 2-1. Yeah, Bill, you could get a U.S. Air Force sign in hot pink, hot neon pink. And the next pitch is on the way, and Stott swings on it and misses. Count is now evened at 2-2. And Sheehan sets, and the pitch is inside and in the dirt. Count is now full, 3-2. And the 3-2 pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Well, Bill, you could get a Navy sign that says with the village people. Put it right next to your hot pink Air Force sign, and you are good to go. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off, and the pit count is going to remain 3-2. And Sheehan sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is a towering fly ball to left center. And it's got some carry. Pajes is going to make the play on the warning track, but Castellano is going to retreat back to second base, and that is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Trey Turner. Hey, Bill, you know something that would be cool to get neon sign for you? And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off of Smith's face mask. You could get yourself a Deliverance neon sign with a banjo. And the next pitch is on the way, and Turner swings and misses. Count is 0-2 on Turner. Turner is 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout, ground out, and a line out. Sheehan sets and fires, and the slider is fouled off. Count is going to remain 0-2. Because he's slow, Bill. That's why. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is flat foul. Count is going to remain 0-2. And the pitch is a slider that is swung on, is off the plate for strike 3. So you have a Deliverance sign with the Navy, huh? All right, roger that. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the 7th is going to be Will Smith, Alec Call, and Kike Hernandez. So is this going to be one of those games that the home team loses them all? Dodgers went into the Phillies' house and kicked their butt for 2 games, and this may be the Phillies coming back into the Dodgers' house to take 2. Hold on a sec. Now you can say it.
Let's go Yankees.
No, it's supposed to be let's go Phillies for a great
Let's
Aunt
go.
Nancy. And the pitch is a curveball in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1.
You're misleading a child.
And the pitch is on the way, and the changeup catches the top of the strike zone. Count is 0-2. And the pitch is chopped to Turner. Turner lays out and fires to first base for the first out of the inning. Great play by Turner. Yeah, my wife said that he's a turncoat. I says he's just supporting his great Aunt Nancy. Alec Call is up to bat. He has 1 for 1 on the day with a single and a hit by pitch. And the first pitch is a fastball that paints the outside portion of the plate for Call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And Sanchez sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is 1-1. Sanchez sets and fires, and the curveball misses just off the plate. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is, God's sakes, this freaking guy again. Goodbye, Turd Nugget, because you are banned and booted. See ya. Thank you, Bill. And the pitch just missed. Count is now full, 3-2. Yeah, Turner would look good in pinstripes, but I don't like the price tag that would come with them. And the pitch is inside for ball 4. So Call is going to head to first. So he's been on board for the third time today. Kike Hernandez is coming up to bat. And Sanchez sets and fires, and the fastball paints the inside corner for Call, strike one. And the pitch is way inside. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count is now 2-1. So, Bill, what was the fixation with Chopper School? And the pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count is now 3-1. No, I did not. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is now full, 3-2. Bill, when did the chopper land on the highway and where? And the pitch is on the way, and this is lined into left field. And that is going to have runners at first and second with one out. And it looks like Thompson is going to pull Sanchez. Wow, they're bringing Duran in now. Hey, Bill, you remember the movie Air America? Air America with Robert Downey Jr. and Mel Gibson. Okay. And it looks like they're putting a pinch runner in for Alex Call, Justin Dean. Johan Duran has been in 72 games, 70 innings pitched. Opponents are hitting .211 against him. And Duran sets and fires, and the splitter is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Pajes is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fielder's choice. And the pitch is on the way, and it is chop foul down the third base line. Count is 0-2. So when you were flying in choppers in England, did you do a Robert Downey Jr. hanging out with taking the Jesus pose? And Duran steps off the plate or off the rubber. Ed Rod sets, fires, and the 100-mile-an-hour fastball is fouled off. Count is going to remain 0-2. For those of you hopping in the stream, we're in the bottom of the seventh. Phillies have a 1-0 lead over the Dodgers. Dodgers are threatening with runners at first and second and one out. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and fouled off. All right, roger that. And it looks like they have a pitch com issue with Duran. And the count is 0-2 on Pajes. Can Duran shut down this Dodgers lineup? And he sets, fires, and the pitch is chopped to first base. Harper is going to take the ball and step on first. So the runner is going to advance to second, and there are runners at second and third with 2 outs, and Shohei Ohtani coming up to bat. And they're going to put 4 fingers up and send Ohtani to first base to pitch to Betts. And the first pitch from Durant is down low for ball 1. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is down low. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is now 2-1. And the next pitch is a fastball up and out of the strike zone. Count is now 3-1. No place to put him. And the pitch is on the way, and Betts fouls it off. Count is now full. Really? And the pitch is on the way, and it is up and out of the strike zone for ball 4. And he is going to walk in the tying run. Now the question, Bill, were you piloting the helicopter? Now coming up to bat is Teoscar Hernandez. And Duran sets and fires, and the pitch is way off the plate. Hernandez is 1 for 3 on the day with a single. And Duran sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. And Duran sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-2. Hey, Lou. Hey, AD. Welcome to the stream. If y'all could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And Duran sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Dodgers with the bases loaded, but not before the Dodgers tie the game up with a bases loaded walk. Coming up in the top of the 8th is going to be Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, and Alec Bohm. So the numbers for the day. Dodgers have 1 run, 5 hits, and an error. And the Phillies have 1 run on 4 hits and an error. Oh, the Phillies have the top of their lineup coming in, and I'm not sure if Sheehan is going to stay in the game or are they going to go to another pitcher. If I was a betting man, I think Roki Sasaki is probably coming in right now. And it looks like Roki Sasaki will be coming in to replace Sheehan. What do you know, AD? Anything good? And Sasaki sets, and he fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Sasaki is a splitter machine, so they have to be careful with their at-bats against him. Count is 1-0. Sasaki sets, and the pitch is guide to right center field. Hernandez is tracking it and is going to make the play just short of the warning track for the first out of the inning. And Sasaki sets. Pitch is out of the way, and it is fouled off. 99-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is now 0-2 on Harper. And the pitch is on the way, and the splitter is off the plate and is going to roll away from Smith. Like I said, Sasaki is a splitter machine. I anticipate that Harper is going to see a steady diet of them. And Sasaki sets. Splitter is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Sasaki sets and pitches, and the ball is popped up to shallow left field, and Hernandez is going to make the play in middle left field. That is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Alec Boehm. He is 1-for-1 on the day with a pair of walks. And the pitch is chopped to second base. Edman fields it cleanly and shoots it to Freeman for the third out. So that is 3 up and 3 down. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the 8th is going to be Freeman, Edman, and Smith. His splitter has a lot of movement, Bill, but his fastball is straight as hell. And I don't care how fast you throw it, major league hitters will tag that damn pitch. All right, I'll be back in half a click. And well, we're about a half hour till the start of the second elimination game. Cubs versus the Brewers. And Duran sets and fires, and the first pitch catches the inside corner for call, strike one. And Duran sets and fires, and his pitch is 101 mile an hour fastball that is up high. Count is evened at 1-1. And Duran sets, fires, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. And Duran sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. That is the first out of the eighth inning. Coming up to bat is Tommy Edman, 0 for 3 on the day. And the first pitch is grounded to Bryson Stott. He sets and fires to Harper for the second out. Coming up to bat is Will Smith. Looks like Matt Straub is warming up in the bullpen. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate for call, ball one. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-1. And Duran sets and fires, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike three. And can Duran come back in the ninth inning? Yeah, Bill, Roger is Rocket is definitely right. You don't have movement on a fastball, major league hitters will tee off on it. He is at least somewhat close to being odd point. I don't think he's missed that many calls behind the dish today. One of the people that you can talk about with regard to having high velocity fastballs with no movement was Nathan Eovaldi, especially when he was with the Marlins and the Yankees. He had incredible velocity, but his stuff was straight as an arrow. Plus, he was inconsistent with throwing the strikes. I'll tell you what, Bill, if you like this one as a pitcher's duel, they've got Matthew Boyd facing up against Freddie Peralta. That should be a good one, too. And Sasaki sets, and the first pitch is grounded to Edman, and he fires to Freeman for the first out. JT Realmuto is coming up to bat. And Sasaki sets, and the pitch is a splitter down low. And I don't think he went, but the first base umpire doesn't think he checked his swing, and that is strike one. And the next pitch is on the way, and he swings and misses. Another splitter down in the dirt. Count is 0-2. Now I anticipate seeing a pitch up and in, and the pitch is a splitter that is up and in and fouled off. Count remains 0-2. Would not be surprised to see him try to hump the 100-mile-an-hour fastball up and away. And Sasaki sets. And the splitter is inside. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and the fastball is swung on and missed. And that is strike 3, the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Kepler, and the first pitch is a 99-mile-an-hour fastball off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Sasaki sets, and the splitter is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and this is another splitter. This one is chop foul down the first base line. Count is now 1-2. And you can count on seeing a fastball up and in. For a strikeout. And the pitch is on the way, and the fastball is up and in, and it is a pop-up. Hernandez is tracking it and is going to make it in the infield for the third out. And coming to the bottom of the ninth is going to be Dean, Hernandez, and Pajes. I'll tell you what, Bill, the damn splitter was a lost art in America. And with the importing of all these Japanese pitchers, that's something that they throw over in Japan regularly. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We are one like away from hitting 10 whole likes for a stream. And Matt Stram is coming in to replace Johan Duran. Bill, are you still at the hospital? And the first pitch from Strom is off the plate. Max Muncy is coming in to pinch hit for Dean. And the pitch is a four-seamer that is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Actually, it's 1-1. And Stram sets, and the ball is skied to center field. Marsh is backing up, and he is going to make the play in deep center field. And Strom sets and fires, and the slider is down low. Count is 1-0. All right, Bill, what's causing the interference? Strom sets and fires, and the slider is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. And Strom sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Hernandez is 1 for 3 on the day. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2. And Stram sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Hernandez is down on strikes, and that is the second out of the inning. Paez is up to bat, and the first pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Graham sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-2. Paez is 0 for 3 on the day. And the 0-2 pitch is chopped foul. And the pitch is on the way. And the pitch is a skied fly ball to left field, and Kepler is tracking it and is going to make the play for the third out of the inning. So we're going to have a little bit of free baseball. Coming up in the top of the 10th, it is going to be Castellano, Stout, and Turner. And I believe Kepler is going to be no, there is not a ghost runner in the postseason. So it is straight baseball. And I anticipate that Sasaki will be out again. Well, Bill, you're going to be technology blind if that's the case. And it looks like they've got some defensive switches going on. Looks like Pajes is going to move to center field. And Ricky Hernandez is moving to left field. And Max Muncy is going to stay in the game at third base. Castellanos is 1 for 3 on the day with a double. And the first pitch is a fastball down low. Might have painted the bottom of the strike zone on that one. And Sasaki sets. Pitches and the fastball is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Anticipate a steady diet of splitters now. Sasaki sets and fires, and the splitter is swung on and missed. Pitch was inside. And it looks like Bonda is warming up in the bullpen. And the pitch is on the way, and the splitter is fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2. And the pitch is on the way. The fastball is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain 1-2. Well, Bill, I'll do my best. Is my play-by-play interfering with your pump? And Sasaki sets and fires, and the pitch is grounded to Muncy, who fires across the diamond to Freeman to record the first out of the inning. Bryson Stott is coming up to bat. And Sasaki sets and fires, and the fastball paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 0-1. And for those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And the pitch is on the way. And it is a splitter off the plate. Count is 1-1. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Like, share, subscribe, and if you subscribe, and the pitch is fouled off, count is now 1-2. If you subscribe, please do not forget to hit the notification button so that you will know every time we are online, live. And Sasaki sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. Sasaki sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled off once again. Count remains 2-2. Anticipate a splitter. It's coming. Sasaki sets, fires, and the pitch is off the plate, and they say that the hitter swung at it. I'm not thinking that he did. So that is the second out of the inning. And the first pitch to Turner is swung on and missed. Another splitter. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is another splitter. This one is inside. Count is evened at 1-1. Sasaki sets, and the splitter is inside. Count is now 2 balls and a strike. All right, Real Bill. Be safe on your travels, and Sasaki sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is now 3-1. Be safe. I will be calling the play-by-play for tomorrow's elimination round of the Tigers versus the Mariners. And the 3-1 is swung on and missed. Count is now full 3-2. Sasaki sets, pitches out of the way, and this is lined to right field. And Hernandez closes on it and makes the play for the third out. And that'll do it for the Phillies at the top of the 10th. Coming up in the bottom of the 10th is going to be Ohtani, Betts, and Hernandez. So the heavyweights are coming in. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Sean, I think I missed your message. We're heading to the bottom of the 10th. And we're a couple of minutes before start time in the Cubs versus the Brewers elimination game. And Jesus Luzardo is coming in to replace Matt Stram. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1 to Ohtani. Luzardo sets and fires, and the sweeper is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And Luzardo sets, fires, and the pitch is called strike 3, and that is going to retire Ohtani on 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Beautiful sweeper by Luzardo. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a sweeper in there for call. Strike 1 on Betts. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and the fastball is fouled off. Count is 0-2 on Betts. And Luzardo sets, and he fires, and the fastball is way outside. Count is 1-2. And Luzardo sets. Pitch is on the way, and the pitch is skied to center field. Marsh is tracking it and is going to make the play for the second out of the inning. And Teoscar Hernandez is coming up to bat. Luzardo sets and fires, and the sweeper is in there for call. Strike 1, count is 0-1. And Luzardo sets, and he fires, and the changeup is down low. Count is 1-1. Luzardo sets, fires, and the sweeper is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And Hernandez takes timeout. Luzardo sets, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. So that is 3 up and 3 down. 2 strikeouts for Luzardo. And as we head to the 11th, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, and Alec Bohm will be coming up to bat 1, 2, and 3. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We are in free baseball. And the Brewers and Cubs are underway, and Matthew Boyd starts the game off with a leadoff walk to Christian Yelich. Coming up to bat is Churio. So, why do you think that Rossman is going to get replaced, AD? It looks like Alex Vesia is coming on to pitch the top of the 11th. And the first pitch is called strike one, but that damn pitch was definitely not in the strike zone. It was up high. Count is 0-1. And Schwarber is turned and said something to the umpire. And the next pitch is a slider off the plate. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is jammed, and Edman is going to shovel the ball to Freeman and is going to be retired for the first out. And the first pitch to Harper is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. And Vessier sets and fires, and the second pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-0. Vessier sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 3-0. And the pitch to Harper is he does not check his swing, and it is called strike one. Count is 3-1. Vessier sets and fires, and Harper fouls this one straight back. Count is now full, 3-2. All right, AD, I'm going to give you some numbers for the Yankees. For this season, the Yankees had a .251 team batting average, 10th best in baseball. They scored 849 runs, number one in baseball. And Vessier sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 3-2. The team hit 274 home runs, first in baseball. The on-base percentage was .332, third best in baseball. The slug for the team was .455, first best in baseball. I'm not really seeing how he would be fired. And the pitch is up and out of the strike zone. And that is going to be ball 4 to Harper as he strips his gear off and heads to first base. Coming up to bat is Alec Boehm. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a pair of walks. And the first pitch to Boehm is hit to center field, and Pajes is tracking it and is going to make the catch at the wall. And that is the second out of the 11th. Coming up to bat is Brandon Marsh. He tagged the hell out of that pitch. And it looks like Harrison Bader is pinch hitting. And for those of you that have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button. And it looks like the mound visit is broken up. Well, AD, I'm not a Yankee, so I couldn't tell you what is influencing their mental ability. But I will tell you what, I think that the analytics department has something to play on it. Because in the postseason, we swung it in a lot of first pitches. And the first pitch kicks away from Smith. It is a wild pitch. And the wild pitch is going to result in Harper going to second base. So now they have a runner in scoring position. And the pitch is foul down the third base line. For those of you that have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button and share the channel out. And Vessier sets. Count as 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and it is foul down the third base line. Count is 1-2 on Bader. And Vessier sets. And the pitch is fouled away. Count is going to remain 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Vesia hits the dirt. Count is now even at 2-2. He damn near threw that one away, too. Looking at the stands, this stadium isn't even full for an elimination game. That's sad. Bessier sets and fires, and the pitch is foul down the first base line. Count is going to remain. I don't think that the blame goes to Cashman. I think it goes to Mike Fishman, and the pitch is down in the dirt. Count is now full on Harrison Bader. I think that Mike Fishman and his crappy analytics department has a lot to do with what's wrong with the Yankees. And me personally, if I'm firing anybody, I'm starting right there. And Vessier sets. And the pitch is on the way, and Bader fouls this one off. As we head to the ninth pitch of the at-bat. And Vessier sets. And the pitch is popped behind home plate, and that is going to make the stands. Well, analytics department is fine. It has its place in baseball. But what you need to have is people who actually understand the game. And I suspect that most of their analytics department are a bunch of Ivy League people with little to no baseball actual experience. And Vessier sets. And the pitch is swung on and missed. And Bader is going to strike out and end the top of the 11th for the Phillies. Bottom of the 11th is going to have Freddie Freeman, Tommy Edman, and Will Smith coming up to bat. For those of you that are still here, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And in the bottom of the first, Freddie Peralta is on the mound for the Brewers. Cubs have runners at first and second with one out, and Suzuki is up to bat. Count is 3-2 on him. So what did we eat for dinner tonight? I'm getting a little bit hungry. Haven't eaten yet. And Peralta strikes out Seihei Suzuki. That is the second out of the inning. And Luzardo is up. And he sets and fires, and the sweeper catches the inside portion of the plate for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And Luzardo sets, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. Luzardo sets, and he fires, and the pitch bounces in the dirt. Count is now 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Freeman swings and misses for strike three. And that is going to be the first out of the bottom of the 11th. Coming up to bat is Tommy Edman. And the first pitch is a sweeper in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Edman. Edman is 0 for 4 on the day with 3 groundouts. Luzardo sets and fires, and the pitch is way up high. Luzardo sets and fires, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is now 2-1. Luzardo sets and he fires, and the sweeper is in there for call. Strike two. Count is now 2-2. What color is your goose, Jose? And Luzardo sets and fires, and the sweeper is down low. Count is now full, 3-2. Luzardo sets, fires, and the pitch is hammered foul down the third base line. Count remains 3-2. And Luzardo sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off again. That is a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. And Luzardo sets. And the pitch is on the way, and Edman hits this one into left field. That is going to be a one-out hit. Winning run is at first base. Coming up to bat is Will Smith. And it looks like Ason Kim is coming into pinch run for Edman. And the Phillies are playing the infield at normal depth. And the first pitch is a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Call strike one at the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is down low. Count is 1-1. Luzardo sets and fires, and the sweeper just misses. Count is 2-1. And Luzardo sets, fires. The sweeper is swung on and missed. Count is now deuce. Luzardo sets, and the pitch is just up high. He checks his swing, and the count is going to go 3-2. I don't know. I think he swung on that one. And Luzardo sets and fires, and the pitch is hit to center field. And Kepler backs up and has it short of the warning track, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. Kim retreats back to first base. Coming up to bat is Max Muncy. He is 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out to center field in his first at-bat. And Muncy hits a line drive into center field. Kim is on his way to third. So the winning run is at third base. There are 2 outs. And it looks like there's going to be a pitching change. And Kiki Hernandez is coming up to bat. So this ought to be an interesting turn of events. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And hey, we've actually hit the 10 like mark. So, whoopee! And if the Phillies don't do it, they're going to die on this hill today, ending their season. And let's see. In the Brewers and Cubs game, Ian Happ hits a 3-run homer, giving the Cubs a 3-0 lead on the Brewers. The Cubs are looking to stay elimination today. And Kirkring sets. And the first pitch is a sinker in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Kerkering sets and fires, and the next pitch is just a bit low. Count is 1-1. I think that was a borderline one. He could have called that a strike. And the pitch is a sweeper off the plate. Count is now 2-1. Kerkering sets and he fires, and the pitch is waved on and missed. Count is now 2-2. And it looks like Hernandez might have hurt himself, and he is being looked at by their medical people. Guess he wasn't that injured because he's back in the box. And the pitch is up and out of the strike zone. Count is now full, 3-2. And the 3-2 is doubted away. And the bases are now juice full of Dodgers. Andy Pages is coming up to bat. Bases are juiced with 2 outs. 9-hole hitter coming up to bat. He is 1 for 4 on the day with a base on balls. And Kerkering sets. Pitch is on the way, and Pages swings at the first pitch. Count is 0-1. He chased the ball that was inside. Pages calls timeout. And Kerkering sets. And the pitch is hit back to Kerkering. And he goes to the plate and throws the ball past the dugout or past the catcher. And the Dodgers are going to score the walk-off run. That is going to do it for the Phillies. The Phillies are eliminated. The Dodgers will be heading to the NLCS. And I want to thank everybody for spending time here on Yankees The Ugly Truth, doing this play-by-play. Appreciate y'all taking time to spend part of your Thursday evening here on the stream. Before I shut her down, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. I will be on tomorrow at 8 o'clock to call the elimination game of the Tigers versus the Phillies. So stop on by, listen to a little baseball, and we'll see you in the funny pages. Have a great night, and I will end in my usual, let's go Yankees.